Oh, get ready for more of this tonight. How much worse is it going to get as we head towards Tuesday morning? Karen?
Also first at 4, Detroit's mayor under fire. We have the results of an investigation that found preferential treatment and deleted emails. In good health, safe sleep habits for babies. Some parents admit they're making common mistakes, but parents, grandparents, even babysitters need to know. Good afternoon, Paula.
Good afternoon, Karen. You know, so many communities want these bike lanes, but I'm going to take you to one community that says they want theirs gone yesterday. They say it's more of a safety hazard than a help. I'll show you why. These stories and more are happening right now on Local 4, First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan and his chief of staff are both under fire in a new report from the city's Office of Inspector General. It finds Duggan did give preferential treatment to the Make Your Date prenatal program. The report says that program did not go through a fair and open selection process. Questions have been raised about the mayor's relationship with the program's director, Dr. Sonia Hassan. The report also finds the mayor's chief of staff, Alexis Wiley, ordered employees to delete emails connected to the program. The Inspector General calls that an abuse of authority. Mayor Duggan just spoke to us on the phone, offering this reaction.
I'm certainly pleased that the OIG report concluded that no policies, procedures, or laws were broken and there was no conflict of interest. Those were the essential issues, and they've been put to rest.
Now, new at 5, we're going to hear what the mayor has to say about those deleted emails. And Alexis Wiley says she strongly disagrees with the report's conclusions. We're working on the story, and we'll have more for you at 5. Meantime, in other news, a woman behind bars after Detroit police say she barricaded herself in a house with a 5-year-old. This happened at a house on St. Mary Street near Greenfield. We're told the woman argued with a neighbor before barricading herself. She was reportedly armed and had a 5-year-old boy inside. So far, police are trying to figure out what charges she will face. It's going to be a long week as the UAW and General Motors wait for a vote results on a new contract. Union workers remain on strike as the membership considers the tentative agreement. The voting process is scheduled to wrap up this Friday, October 25th. We'll bring you those results on Local 4 and on clickondetroit.com as soon as they are released. Meantime, right now, the strike is in its 36th day. We are tracking some scattered rain during today, and there is much more to come overnight. So for the very latest, let's send it over to Ben. Happy Monday.
What's that?
I said happy Monday.
Rainy days and Mondays, and we've got them both right here. But this is going to be with us pretty much through the end of the commute. We will be seeing the rain at least temporarily wrap up before it really spikes again as we go into the late evening. This is the other thing we're watching. Right now, wind gusts are 20 to 25 miles per hour. The lookout here in Lansing, they just clocked a 45-mile-per-hour wind gust. So as that entire system gets closer to us, we do expect that the winds are going to be cranking tonight over 40 miles per hour at times. Lakeshore flood advisories are posted on the east side. We'll look at that. Temperatures falling out of the 60s, and we may not see that number again for the rest of the month. A much cooler forecast coming your way in just a few minutes. Karen?
Thank you very much, Ben. Chopper video shows the destruction left behind after a powerful tornado just ripped through North Dallas last night. Incredibly, city leaders say no deaths or critical injuries have been reported. The tornado knocked out electricity to more than 100,000 people and destroyed or damaged hundreds of homes and businesses. One man was inside a health club when that storm hit with devastating force.
We tried to find the exit. It said emergency exit, but the exit ain't open up. You understand? And all of us, I'm like, God take care of my kids and my family, because I thought this was it. Like, seriously, I thought this was it.
Emergency management officials say warning sirens were activated and warning messages were issued less than 2 minutes after the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning. That speedy response may have saved lives. Confusion, chaos, and criticism still surround the departure of U.S. troops from Syria. Some Syrians threw stones at the U.S. troops in a town on the northeast border. They call the Americans liars for leaving their former allies unprotected. Meantime, the Trump administration is giving off conflicting signals on where the troops are headed. President Trump said they were coming home. Other defense officials say those troops will now stay behind to protect oil fields in Syria or will go to Iraq to fight ISIS. It's a fluid and dangerous situation as a 5-day ceasefire between Turkey and the Kurds is set to expire tomorrow. Will Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau be able to hold on to his job? It's election day in Canada. Cameras were following Trudeau as he cast his ballot in Montreal. He's been trying to overcome a series of scandals, including old photos of him wearing blackface that hurt his Liberal credentials. The polls will close at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Closer to home, we are tracking a battle over bike lanes over in Pontiac. More often than not, we hear from bicyclists who want a safer place to ride. In this case, critics say that newer bike lanes are unnecessary, unwanted, and potentially dangerous. But they're having trouble getting them removed. So we bring in Paula Tutman. She is live in Pontiac this afternoon to show us what all this controversy is about. Paula.
Hi, Karen. So let me give you my bearings. So I'm at MLK and Perry, and we have seen a potpourri of problems. Start with cars cutting into the bike lane. We were riding actually down the street going west on Perry. A car passed us on the right side in the bike lane. I guess we just weren't going fast enough. And residents are saying, you know what, this is dangerous. These bike lanes absolutely have to go. The 3-mile stretch of bike lanes went in early spring of this year, and Renee Beckley says it's been a nightmare.
I've seen people myself do it. They'll get in this bike lane and speed all the way down at high rate of speed. Somebody could be standing in that bike lane and they're going to get hit.
City Council agreed to try the bike lanes on a 6-month trial basis, and now says it's been tried. Doesn't work.
All this traffic is not Pontiac traffic, it's the people who are cutting through Pontiac. Getting off the expressway, trying to go east and west. Perry was always a 4-lane boulevard. Now it's only 2.
So you went from 4 lanes to 2 lanes and bike lanes that are dangerous.
Exactly.
The homeowners that live on this street, they cannot get out of their driveways in the mornings or in the evenings. And
because they've lost the lane.
Because they, yes.
Perry is an east-west thoroughfare with heavy truck traffic. Drone 4 shows a bird's eye view. So you're the councilwoman for this district,
yes,
right? How often have you seen bikes up and down Perry?
I haven't seen one bike, not one. I've been over here for about 30 years.
It's not that they're against bike lanes. They're against bike lanes on Perry.
This is not the street for a bike lane, period.
Residents even have 1,000 names on a petition sent to MDOT to remove these bike lanes. Michigan State Department of Transportation wrote a letter saying the lanes are needed because of the high incidence of car versus bike accidents. But a check with SEMCOG, which compiles crash statistics, shows that in the 3-mile stretch on Perry from Woodward to Giddings, there have only been 4 bike versus car crashes in the last 5 years, in which one was fatal. Now, that's 4 too many, says Jeff Weinert, an avid bike rider who also works at American Cycle and Fitness, where coincidentally, the bike lane starts.
It's sort of that one of those things where, like, if you build it, will they come? Like, if it's there, people are going to eventually realize that they're able to use it and it's going to be beneficial to them.
Yeah, now, so for MDOT's part, what they say is that there is indeed a learning curve, that the bike lanes are new and motorists need to have an opportunity to learn how to use them properly. Also, this was a $50,000 job folded into another project, and so that means that once the trial period is over, if the bike lanes have to be removed, it's going to cost $25,000. And that's got to come from, excuse me, I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. It was $25,000 folded into a project. It'll cost $50,000 to actually remove it. But the trial period is not up, and MDOT would like to wait a while to see if residents have an opportunity to learn how to use them properly, and they do create more safety. Sorry for that mistake. Too many numbers for me.
That's right. Still a very interesting story, and the debate will continue. We'll be following it. Thank you, Paula. Still ahead, first at 4, customers are complaining about buying foods that have already expired. It's a warning about online shopping connected to one of the biggest names in retail. Also, monkeys running wild. How the combination of suburban sprawl and religion is leading to some frustrating consequences. And Dr. McGeorge is in our Local 4 studio. Hey, Doc.
Hey, Karen. In good health, safe sleep for babies. Some parents are actually making some common mistakes when putting their infants to bed. Plus, play date safety concerns. We're going to talk about both of those stories next in Good Health.